Come warm yourself round the fire that is Scottish baseball. Ewan Spence here behind the microphone. Ruben Hustler in the truck. We got a guest mic open. Welcome. It's an Edinburgh derby here as the Edinburgh Cannons, who are going to be playing white with red trim, welcome the Edinburgh Diamond Devils playing in black with grey trousers. It's the best of 7 innings, as they say. It's not banana ball rules though, so it's just the most runs wins. Let's get the game underway. Pitch 1 from Garrett Stell goes down and low for a ball to catch Rory Dunn. Your 1, 2, 3 off the Edinburgh Diamond Devils will be Cameron Spencer, Devin Greenshield and Buddy Zesniak. And from that excitement, the quiet of baseball as another ball comes down. Garrett Stell throwing low there. Taking us to 2-0. Pitch low. Ball 3. Cammy Spencer getting ahead in the count. Looking for the first batter to be the first base runner. And he has the count in his favour. Stell takes a moment to breathe in the mound. Pitch comes down. And grabs the zone right on the inside. Takes the count to 3-1. And swing and a miss. Ball going very slightly in the outside, but nevertheless, it's a full count. It's the first batter. It's the first inning, and it's the first time we get to say we're knocking on the door as something's going to happen. We got a 3-2 count. The pitch comes down, and it's a hit by pitch there. Low and on the outside as Cameron Spencer will be the first base runner. And he'll just take a moment to catch his breath and get up there. Your outfield for the Edinburgh Cannons. You have Steve Silverberg on first base, JC Martez on second, Peter Rowe on third base, Miguel Del Rosario takes the shortstop position, Kid Sarlott in left field, Connor Smith in centre field, and Jose Gonzalez, so good we named him like James Bond, is out on right field. Your second batter coming up for the Diamond Devils, Devin Greenshield. Cameron Spencer out there on first base after his hit by pitch. And that's fouled off into the car park. Just heading towards the first base side behind us here at the commentary table. My car identification is not brilliant, Ruben. It's the one that looks like the X-Men logo on the front of the car. And there's a solid hit that goes up into centre field. It's caught by Connor Smith out of the air. So a little bit of an arc on there. So that's a fly out for the first out there. And Devin Greenshield. Cameron Spencer still there on first base. Hoping to get the second step in the Scottish Baseball 2 shuffle. Step 1, get on base. Step 2, steal second. We've done the first step. And now Buddy Zesniak, third batter, looking to bring everybody over. Garrett Stell literally just checking over in first base with a check throw to Steve Silverberg to keep Cameron Spencer honest without stealing. Spencer's staying close to the first base bag. Pitch comes down. It's on the outside. Everybody goes back to how they were, but with one more ball onto the count. Garrett still just working to find the edge of the box here. Working the inside in the box on Cameron Spencer. Working the outside here as Cameron Spencer runs to get the steal on second base. Dives in for second base comfortably in time there. And has the advance up 90 feet and puts himself into scoring position. Buddy Zesniak looking to drive him over with a count of 2-1. And just the single out so far for the Diamond Devils. Pitch comes in, there's the swing, and it goes deep into centre right field. And again, Connor Smith gets time to go underneath that. Edinburgh Cannon staying alert to the infield. Catcher Rory Dunn goes up just to back up a third base throw in case it was needed, but that was not there. It's another caught fly ball by Connor Smith in the outfield. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position up on second base for the Diamond Devils. Doing the cleanup here, it's the second baseman, Evan O'Lanner. One of our taller players in the Diamond Devils. Able to just a bit more swing, bit more effort on the back. And the Cannons outfield just moving back to check that. Fouled off, bounces around the plate for a 0-1 count. Pitch comes in, swing, and he goes fouls off all to the third base side over the box. Count goes to 0-2 with 2 outs on the Diamond Devils. So top of the first inning here. Just set the scene for the league. When
probably the first time I feel like I'm on the same level as the hitter. I always feel like I'm in the hole. Really? He has his shoulder injury, so I don't know how much I can do. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, also bubbles in the field. One day at a time, we gotta keep it goes up. Okay, 2 more. I know. All right, coming down. Coming down.
And we go into the bottom of the first innings. Here's the Edinburgh Derby. Edinburgh Cannons will welcome the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. Your first 3 for the Cannons in the batting order are going to be Jose Gonzalez, Kid Searle, and Miguel Del Rosario. Edinburgh Cannons, of course, last week won the AAA League, and they are guaranteed top seeding when we get to the postseason in a few weeks' time. Top 4 go into the postseason. Diamond Devils, if they can win all 4, they're going to make the postseason. So this is effectively an elimination game for the Devils, who are playing in black and are on the defence at the moment. Cannons, of course, looking to keep up that streak. Only 1 loss through the entire season so far. Last season, of course, went undefeated, so they don't want too many more blots on the book as well. Blaine Heary is on the mound, and he's worked himself into a 0-2 count against Jose Gonzalez here at the Bobby Thompson Memorial Field at Warrison Sports Complex here in Edinburgh. The weather is sunny and still doesn't really feel like Edinburgh there as well. Curveball there, just catches Gonzalez out as he watches that slide past to him. There's the first out, and the first strikeout of the game is going to go to Blaine here. A little bit of paperwork to catch up on here, so there might be some quiet spots on the microphone. But you've got the game camera there just to keep an eye on that as well. Pitch comes in. It is grazing the top and the outside, but in the zone. It's a strike. Here he's found the corners straight away. Kit Searle put in a startling pitching performance last week. Take the Cans to the 16-1 league over the Tayport Breakers. Pitcher on pitcher, although not necessarily in this game. There's another strike found. It's a 1-2 count. Remaining in Heary's favour so far for this inning. Decision made. Wide pitch. That one comes in high. Heary does his best Norman Wisdom on the mound. He's old enough that he will have to look up Norman Wisdom. But hey, Ruben appreciated it in the truck. Say hello, Ruben.
Afternoon.
That's it. One word. That's all I'm allowed in the contract. Now the pitch comes down. That one's going outside. Just high as well. Count. Count goes full on that one. I've missed one somewhere. Either that or... Anyway, we have a full count. We're knocking. Trust the umpires. Play the ball. There's the ball. 4 balls. First base runner there goes to Kit Searle. Playing third, Miguel Del Rosario. Of course, keeping an eye on Kit Searle, who's got the speed and legs to do that second step of the 2-step shuffle. He's on base for the first, steal for the second. Erie wise to that and throws over the check ball to first base. Just to keep everybody happy as Glenn Willem keeps his foot on the bag and takes the ball for the Devils. Runner does go that time there. Kit Searle runs up, slides into second base. Little bounce to the leg before the bag, but he's comfortably on there before that looping ball from catcher Sammy Twang gets into place. There's scoring position. Scoring position with 1 out. Hold on, did we not have that last time? Yes, we did. Kit Searle getting himself up there. Second base. Miguel Del Rosario still there. Teasing bunt. Just upsetting the rhythm there of the catcher-pitcher partnership. And there's a check throw over to second base. And it goes wide of the second base and bounces into the outfield. But that full stretch, Kit Searle doesn't have time to turn around and take advantage. Nevertheless, a dangerous moment there as the game can quickly get away from the Diamond Devils. The Cannons very good at punishing errors. Potentially there. Kit Searle taking about a 15-foot lead on there as here he pitches wide to the inside. Miguel Del Rosario bouncing back out the way. Searle, of course, the speed to do a steal on home plate last week. And there's a wide pirouette. That's a 5.9 if you're doing figure skating, but it's a strike if you're doing baseball. Count goes 2-1. Not a huge amount of damage with the count in his favor for Del Rosario. Gentle low slung swing. Bat comes prepared. Ball comes down. Pitch is thrown. Swing. And again, only about maybe a 5.3 on the pirouette there. Count goes 2-2. But the stolen base is on. Kit Searle now at third base. And after last weekend, that's more dangerous than normal with a runner at third base. Count goes 2-2. Pitch comes in. It's on the outside, but it's a drop. Third strike. Going up to first base is the challenging. Kit Searle does make it home, so there's the RBI. Depending on the call at first base, we'll wait for that. There is going to be Are we going to have a check? And the call there is off the bag. Drop ball. All right then, Ruben, make the decision. Hit. Good point. Good catch. Yep, that's an on base and a KD. Yep, we'll take that.
So like if I hit him, okay, sure.
Rosario in scoring in first base. Kit Searle making good use of that runner in scoring position and getting himself home to the Cannons on a 1-run lead. Pitching now to Connor Smith. Pitching to the outside there to go to a 1-0 count. Runner goes in the stolen base. It goes wide and back into the outfield there again. Just a little bit of consideration from Del Rosario. Maybe about 15 feet before deciding that staying on second base is probably a little bit of a better choice than attempting the double steal. Gets himself into scoring position on a 2-0 count with just the 1 out so far. Connor Smith has the time to let the ball make his decision on a 2-0 count. There are gaps in the field. He's got a runner scoring position. Runner steals. I mean that was a good 40 feet there before he even decided, you know what, I'm going to steal. I'll shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. I'll shake, shake, shake. I'll take third base. Del Rosario over to third and comfortably in scoring position. He's on third. The count goes 3-0. Just the 1 out so far. Pitch comes down. Grazes bottom of the zone. There's your strike. 3-1. Pitch again. Here he's just straining himself a little and throwing that wide to the inside. First base awarded to Connor Smith on the walk there. Runners at the corner. As JC Martez will be the 5th batter for the Cannons. Here in the bottom of the first, they've got a 1-run lead so far. Base runners on the corners, just the 1 out. Here he throws. Runner goes for the steal. Connor Smith takes himself up to second base. Catcher decides, I'm just going to cover third base as well for the steal. Successful cover. Del Rosario stays at third base. Connor Smith does the 2-step shuffle. As we all know, we've got runners 2 and 3. Scoring position. Martez still facing a favorable. Strong hit here can probably bring home another 2. Instead, it just goes low and outside for another ball. Theory, after a strong start and a strikeout, has been able to recover that form so far here in the bottom of the first. Time called. And we're back in the game. Connor Smith in second base. Del Rosario on third base. Ball goes to the backstop. Backstop here in Edinburgh is very close to home plate, so it's not going to have too much damage. Give yourself a full-size stadium, and then that's 1 home at the very least. Count goes 2-1. Pitch comes down high and in the outside there. Goes to 3-1. JC Martez has time to decide if he's going to swing to the ball or not. He does have first base open. Otherwise, we have 2 in scoring position. And there's the ball there. First base is awarded, and they're loaded up. Catcher Sam Tuan pops out, have a little chat with his pitcher Blaine Heary there. Peter Rowe steps up in 6th place in the batting order. 1 run already home. 1, 2, 3 on the bases. Still just the 1 out. Decision between catcher and pitcher after the conference has been discussed and decided. Pitch comes down. Here he finds the outside of the zone there for strike 1. Next pitch, Catman's coming in high. It's on the outside again and has the lefty right. But the up and down, just a little bit wild. Pitch comes in, finds the inside, but again it's high. Count goes 2-1. The height's found there. That's a strike on the inside and low. 2-2. Count equalizes up. Bases loaded. 1 out. And it's on the outside, but it's low slung enough that the swing and the pitch can go in. It's caught out there. Ferned. Head backing into second base, but not in time. It's good hit. Peter Rowe gets himself on first base. It is, even though we're down to 6th in the batting order. Peter Rowe, it's the first hit so far. As Peter Rowe gets himself up to first base, JC Marquez moves over to second. Connor Smith moves over to third. Del Rosario brings himself home. And there we are. It's a RBI single for Peter Rowe. 2 runs home for the Cannons. Steve Silverberg, left-handed, steps up now to the mound. No, not the mound. Here he's on the mound. Steps up to the plate. He wants to go past the mound with the ball. Pitch comes in, goes to the outside of the zone, and it's a strike. It's a throw up to third base just to see if Connor Smith can get his foot back on the mag in time, which he can. The bases remain loaded. Outside of the zone there as well. And coming in for a strike as well. It's a 1-2 count going to Heary's favour. And he's really putting the balls as far away from the batters as he can. The height control, if you can keep a hold of that for the rest of the game. And there, it's a pop-up there from Steve Silverberg. It's going to be in foul territory. And it's caught by our first baseman. 2 away. That's a pop-up caught in foul territory there for the second out. Still have the runners on the corners though. As pitcher Garrett Stell for the Cannons comes up to home plate to face pitcher Blaine Heary. DH here's rarely used to knock out the pitchers, more to give 10 in the batting order. Just to the outside, just low on there on right-hander Garrett Stell. And another ball comes in there.
No, 2 out. Ball, yeah.
And for those of you keeping track, I've finally worked out what the whole lineup card is for the game. There might be less pauses now. Count is 3-0. Pitch comes in for the strike there. It's a filthy one. 3-1 though. Bases are loaded with 2 away. Here looking to keep the runs scored by the Cannons down as much as possible. And there's the ball. That walks everybody around the base. So Garrett Still walks up to first base. Peter Rowe walks to second. JC Martez walks to third. Connor Smith walks to home and brings in the 3rd run there. 3-0. Run count starts climbing up. Cannon is well known for taking at least 1 inning where they just absolutely rack the scores up. Threatening to do that here in the 1st innings. Diamond Devils, of course, needing to win this game to stay in contention for the postseason. Captain Rory Dunn forgetting that he gets to have a go every time the batting order runs round. He is 9th in the batting order. Cannon's playing with 9 on the lineup. And as Dunn takes his windmilling wind-up prep before the bat goes into the shoulder. It stays in the shoulder as the ball comes past for a strike. 0-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And ball high enough that it makes me jump away out of the way of the commentator's table. Thankfully, there's a net in the way. Stop laughing, Reuben. I'm replaceable. Your laptop isn't. Hold on, that's not right. More control on that pitch there, but it's still outside for the ball. 2-1. And incredibly wide on that one. Down the first baseline outside the batter's box there as the count goes 3-1. Another walk here will bring another run home. And there's the walk. We go round the order. Cannons go round the bases as well. Captain Rory Dunn walks up to first. Still to second. Rowe to third. Martez for the 4th run. And we go back to the top of the order. Jose Gonzalez struck out looking in his previous appearance in this inning. The only strikeout so far for the Cannons. He'll be looking to make amends for that. If he strikes out twice in the 1st inning, I think the 1st round's going to be on him. Ball goes inside and low. Counts 1-0. I mean, I have done a count on the attendance, but given that the Little Leaguers are playing, I'll wait till they've stopped playing and are watching the game, just so we can get it into double figures. Right now it's 9, but I can probably make it 20 later on for the official number. And time is over. 2 outs. Pitch comes down. Count goes to 2-0. Goes to the outside again. A reminder where we are. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Bottom of the first. 4 runs already in. Count goes 2-1. Swing and a miss on that one. 2-2. To the inside for 3-2 full count. Something's going to happen here is a little bit more important with the bases loaded. Another walk brings another run home. Gonzalez fouls that one back high and into the car park. It's heading for the mustard color mini, but it's rolling on the ground, so the insurance company can breathe again. Count stays at 3-2 and knocking on the door. And there's the little bounce grounded that goes down the third base line. It's going to be a toss up as pitcher Blaine Heary runs down, picks up the ball, tosses it to the catcher. It's a force out and home place on payroll. That brings the innings to an end, but it is an inning where the damage has been done. It is 4 runs for the Edinburgh Cannons. Curiously, though, just on the single hit with 3 left on base. No errors charged to the Edinburgh Diamond Devils, but they're facing a 4-run deficit after 1 inning. My name's Ewan Spence. If you respond to the game, you'd get a mention here. Get in touch with us, baseballscotland.co.uk. I'm going to take a little breather, and I'm back for the top of the second innings as the Edinburgh Cannons look to extend their lead.
Ball's in! Coming down!
Welcome back. It's the top of the second inning here for the Edinburgh Derby, the final Edinburgh Derby of the league. If it's going to happen in postseason, the Diamond Devils need to win this game and the next game and the next game and the next game. They're going to be on the brink of elimination, much like the Teaport Breakers were last year, who took it all the way into the postseason and lifted the cup at the end of that. Edinburgh Cannons already sealed up the league, but looking to make sure to keep all their arms and their game senses alive. Sean Yobi Bowen, Blaine Heary, Sylvain LeBlair is going to be a 1-2-3 for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils at the top of the second inning. They're facing a 4-run deficit in the blink of an eye. 4 up, 3 down previously. Garrett Stell pitching. About a foot outside of the zone on that one there. Pitch comes in, finds the strike zone this time. Count goes to 1-2. Pitch comes in there. Swing and foul back.
Shot, I know you swing that on purpose. Shot. Shot.
And Sean Yobi Bowen awarded first base there. Potentially for a ball out. In any case, we will check that one with you between the innings. Sean Yobi Bowen gets himself up on a first base. A base runner is a base runner. Blaine Heary gives us the other side of the pitcher v pitcher duel now, as he's batting for the Diamond Devils, playing in black and grey trousers. And the Edinburgh Cannons white with red trim. Garrett Stell on the mound. It's an ambitious swing there. It might be better to say courageous, but it guarantees a strike goes onto the board there for Blaine Heary. ball on that one, just low outside of the zone. Yobi Bowen not taking a huge lead at first base. Golf swing gets the strike. 2-2 for the count on Heary. Pitch comes down high and outside. Catcher done just as a check throw up to Steve Silverberg on first. Yobi Bowen hasn't taken any lead by a bar from 2 strides worth there at first base. And that's popped up high but back into the stands. Behind the backstop there, stays alive, count stays 2-2. Ball comes in. There's a 3-2 before by the looks of it. As there goes the walk. Up to first base. 2 base runners, and first and second. Sean Yobi Bowen there. Taking himself to scoring position. It is Captain Sylvain Lebrun. Nice little bit of small ball being played, working everybody round. Sylvain chops that foul out the first base line. And the ball comes in there, 1-1 on the count.
Good pitch, guy, good pitch. Are they the same as...
Ball comes down, chopped again, this time down the third base line. Sylvain looking for a grounder. Get something happening, get some action on his bases. Got to remember, he's already got runners in first and second. While massive, ambitious action is always going to be thought, just getting everybody 90 feet more around and loading the bases would be incredibly productive. Swing and a miss on that one, though. Strike 3, and it's the first out of the second inning. For Sylvain Lebrun, nobody moves round. First and second base is still occupied. Catcher Sammy Twang's your next batter. Not quite doing a full 360 pirouette, but the bat's certainly threatening it with the speed of the swing. Pitch comes down, it's on the outside, but that speedy swing gives it a strike as well. In the blink of an eye, it's a 0-2.
Slow down, slow down.
It's calming the pace down, a timeout there that took almost as long as the first 2 strikes. Twang swings on that one. Then he does go foul, bouncing around the batter's box. It's a stay alive though, so 0-2.
Let's go, Sammy, that's in there. Good eye.
Ball comes in high, 1-2 count. Twang keeping the fight going there. First ball he's seen.
2-2. There you go, Sammy, let's go now.
And pitch comes in, it's high, but it's chopped out into the gap between first and second baseman. Second baseman J.C. Martez does get that out of the air, but does a badly timed toss over to Miguel Del Rosario to try and cover the bag at second base. It's not covered though. That's a fielder's choice for Sammy Twine, but puts him on first. Blaine Heary takes himself up to second on an E4. And Shawnee Obi-Bowen brings himself over to third base. Bases are loaded. As left fielder Jason Chung takes up to the plate. Just the one out so far. They're chasing 4 runs. This is a promising time that they do need to capitalize on. The Diamond Devils can get themselves back into the game here. One of those rare monster swings of a home run would tie it all up. Chang being the tying runner. Watching the pitch come down. Swings on that one. It was going outside, but has transformed into a strike for 1-1. Pitch comes in again. It's high and it's going for a swinging strike. 1-2. Still looking to get the team out of trouble with the bases loaded. If it weren't for the previous fielding error, this could have been an end inning situation. As it is, it's just guaranteeing the second out on a looking strike. Diamond Devils are playing with 10 in the batting order. They're using the DH for the second one there. As Glenn William comes up in the number 10 spot. I'm sure there's a cricketing term for that, but knowing cricket, it's just probably number 10. Bases are still loaded. Tying run is still at the home plate. Garrett Stell throwing another strike. Looking to keep that run score clear. It's 4-0 to the Cannons at the moment. And there's a chop ball that goes foul down the third base line. Nobody's reached the foul tree yet. I'm going to jinx it because he does like to see a ball, our good friend, the foul tree. Just overhangs the outfield third base line. Conkers are on the tree. A good foul actually get you some good conkers as well. And there's strike 3. Stell throwing 3 strikes in there. 3 left on base, but let's do this properly. There's no runs for the Diamond Devils there. There's no hits for the Diamond Devils either. We believe it's going to be 1 error charged to the Edinburgh Cannons and 3 left on base for the Devils. That's the middle of the innings. The Cannons stop the potential catch-up. It's 4-0 to them, and they're going to be in bat in 90 seconds. Bottom of the second with the Edinburgh Cannons 4 runs up, looking to extend their lead. They've already sewn up the league. Edinburgh Derby here, of course. The Diamond Devils want to hit that postseason. They've got to win 4 of the next 4. They've got to win 1 of the next 1. What that would mean is when Heary's got to start pitching, so no more runs go on the board. Kit Searle, after his pitching less than last week, is out in left field, and it's a swinging strike to start the count off at 0-1. Pitch comes in, top of the zone grazed. Left and right has been for the rest of the game so far, is on point. Here he's just looking to get the height control. It goes to the outside, and Kitsell just manages to reach that ball, taps it out into the outfield, but it's a running catch from first baseman Glenn Willem that's thrown back over to the first base, covered by Blaine Heary, but it's not in time. An athletic play from the Diamond Devils, but Kitsell putting in that gap between first and second. If you can get the ball in that 1 foot window, you're probably going to make it on first base. First batter, first hit. Kid Searle goes to the runner. He's probably going to go to try and be the first steal here as well for the Cannons. Pitch comes down, goes inside. That's going to go on a wild pitch to take Kid Searle up to second base. Miguel Del Rosario, the consummate plate appearance there, is making sure he gets his team up there. Still considered up at second base. Kid Searle making it back in time though. Just shuffle the people around here in the Scottish summer. It's an unusual thing. We're not used to that. It is a lovely day to play baseball though. Another check throw up to second base goes wide and out into the mid-right field.
No, sorry, yeah. I'll do a little bit more.
A chance there for incredibly aggressive base running. Kit Searle declining the opportunity. As always, probably more importantly than, I can steal the base, is they don't get out at third, especially if there's no outs and you're the first runner. Not a nice look. Pitch comes in, it's looping in high. That butterfly is back again. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but we have a little wine admiral that's just bouncing around the field. Look at me as if I know butterfly names. And there's a swing there as Kit Searle heads for third base. Ball comes up from catcher Sammy Twine, gets out of the glove of our third baseman, Sean Yobi Bowen, into the outfield. Kit Searle gets the run, puts his foot down, brings himself home once more. 2 plate appearances, 2 on bases, 2 runs scored by Kit Searle, and that's a 2-1 count and a 5-0 score for the Edinburgh Cannons. That's going to go down as a wild pitch from second to third. And an E2 on the throw to bring the run home on catcher Sammy Twine. 3-1 count. It's in Miguel Del Rosario's favor. Dropped third strike in his first appearance. Saw him successfully get up to first base on a 2-3 fumble. Golf swings that into the outfield and then out of play on the third base line. Misses the foul tree trunk on the other side. Okay, so he's thrown one to the left, and he's thrown one to the right. We need him to be a Liberal Democrat now so we get our foul tree drink in for the game. You know, if we're in America, you go hit the foul tree, everybody gets Dunkin' Donuts or something.
Whoa.
Outside and high and into the backstop there on that one. The count climbs up. Popped up high and out of play to the back. Stays alive.
Oh, you see it in a minute. What's the count? Full count. Oh, that. No, full. It's full, buddy. Full count. You need to twist.
Knock, knock, knock. Hello, door. What are you called? You called something's going to happen on the 3-2 count. The bases are empty. There's no outs.
Come on, buddy.
Del Rosario watches the ball go a good 4 feet to the outside. The walk is given. On base and a dropped third strike and a walk. So well, fun. I think that goes 0-1 on the count, given it was on base and Drop third strike is going to be a plate appearance, but not a hit. So that's on 1. Yeah, it's an on 1. Anyway, let's have a look at the record of what we got for Connor Smith. So walk previously, and got himself home as well. Wild pitch there from Blaine Heary, as Miguel Del Rosario takes himself up to first and second. The throw from catcher's wild as well. It goes out into the right outfield. Del Rosario says, thank you very much. I'll take that 90 feet. Puts himself over onto third base. Coaching at third base is Captain Rory Dunn. 2 errors so far in the innings for the Diamond Devils and 2 plate appearances. Connor Smith still had to plate appearance after that little bit of action there. Pitch comes in, it's high on the outside again. The lateral command that here he had during the first inning has escaped him. Couple that with the ongoing placing the height. He's not finding the zone. He's been put off his stride here in this inning. Height good, but outside there for another ball. Count goes 3-0. Connor Smith has time to decide which, if any, he's going to swing at. With no outs, 5 runs up, I have a sneaky suspicion that Connor will be quite happy to swing hard if he sees the ball he needs to. It's not that one. Count goes 3-1. He has more chances. Pitch comes down. It's probably shading to the outside as well, but that's popped out of play on the right-hand side of the field. That's got the power to reach the boundary. And it would reach the boundary for a 6, not a 4. Count goes 3-2. The decision point comes in again with the full count. Do you expect the ball? Do you go for the hit anyway? Do you take the base? Decide that in a split second. And it was a swinging strike. There was the decision. Connor Smith strikes out. First out for the inning for the Cannons. They've already got 1 home though. JC Martez, one of many who walked in the first innings, up here in the second. He's got Miguel Del Rosario in third base in scoring position. Small ball serving the Cannons well here. Here he finds high down lateral on that one. Inside center on the zone. Not in 1 on the count. Pitch comes in again. Height. 1-1. Another wide pitch to the outside there as well. Frustration creeping into the partnership that's throwing and catching here. Martez just stepping back and letting that anger come to a simmer from the other team. Goal now for the Devils here is just to find that focus again. At 2-1 and count. Watch as the ball goes heavily inside as well. 3-1. Here he deciding that the best approach is to look like a rock star from the 1980s with the button undone. Can't decide. Decision made, and that goes for the outside as well for another walk. Martez getting another free 90 feet. 2 appearances in succession off Blaine Heary. Pirro. First hit in the first inning. And as the 5 runs up, they got a runner on first. Just the single out so far, and this the bottom of the second. Pitch comes in low, outside and past the camera stand. It's been awarded as a ball going out of play from the bounce, which means that JC Martez brings himself up to second base, but more importantly, Miguel Del Rosario brings himself home as well on the 90-foot award from third base down to home. It's another run in, taking them to 6 for the Edinburgh Cannons. This is the extender lead here to Bobby Thompson Field. Peter O looking for another hit, but at the moment, if you were thinking carefully, you'd want to do the gamesmanship of just keeping this broken bat, though, as that goes up to shortstop, and that's taken up off the ground by Cameron Spencer, thrown over to Glenn William at first base. It's not in time. Peter O makes it in time, and then the ball gets thrown out of play past the first baseman as well. Peter O earns the 90 feet to first, is awarded the next 90 feet up to second. JC Martez was already at third base on the play and has been awarded home on that one as well. Peter Rowe is going to be awarded a single for that one, reaching more than enough time in the throw. And there is no RBI there, but the run will be taken. The score goes to 7-0. Steve Silverberg popped out in the first inning. And that pitch is thrown inside, and he's immediately ahead in the count, 1-0. And that's the golf ball sweep to take that out. It's comfortably caught by second baseman Ewan Olinar, thrown over to Cameron Spencer at second base. The throw to Cameron Spencer is not in time at second, so it is just the one out from Steve Silverberg on a line drive caught there by the second baseman for the second out. Peter Roll Station scoring position on second. Pitcher Garrett Stell took a walk last time. First pitch he sees there. It's a strike, and that goes to opposing pitcher Blaine Heary on the mound. Not in one. Peter O taking about a 10-foot lead out of second base. Heary taking a, that's not 10 foot wide, that would have been a bit lyrical and nice, but no, maybe about 2 foot wide on the outside there of the plate, going 1-1. And hefty throw on that one there. 1-2. Time called by the catcher. And we're back in the game. Pitch comes down, and that's a hit by pitch to the inside on Garrett Stell. First and second base is now occupied.
Sorry, man. Take me out. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you mean like. Where's the ball?
And just a moment as catcher already done. Gets the pads off. Brings himself up to the plate. 2 outs for the Cannons. Runners in first and second. 7 runs to 0. Just looking on to pile the runs on. League champions doing what they've been doing for the last few games. Getting ahead, staying ahead. 1 mat rotation, 2 mat rotation, bat into the cock. Ball goes 6-7 foot high over the base into the back plate. Runners decide to head over. Peter Rowe in time over to third base from second. Garrett Stell over in good time from first base. 2 seconds. Sorry, Peter Rowe over to third on a wild pitch.
Time, bro.
Roy Dunn's bottom of the order, batting ninth. There's 2 outs. Now he's got 2 in scoring position. Count in his favour. 2-0. That ball comes in high and inside again. 3-0. First base is open. 2 outs. Pitch comes in. Undecisive swing on that as it grazes the outside of the box. 3-1.
I'll get you up, buddy. I'll get you up.
Time called by Blaine Heary. More. Count's going to fill up. Count is fill up. 3-2. Knock, knock, knock. Runners in second and third. 2 outs. First base is empty. Captain Rory Dunn, bottom of the order. And that ball is going to come in high. Inside. Bases loaded up once more. Blaine Heary issues 1 more walk. 2 runs were walked in last time for Heary. He's facing a similar situation this time around. We're back to the top of the order. Jose Gonzalez, strikeout and fielder's choice previous appearances. Slips behind in the count immediately with a 0-1 on the board. 2 outs. Heary can get the team out before the Cannons do any more damage to the Devils. But not with the balls throwing to the outside that heavily. Two and 1 on the count on a low and inside ball. Strike zone proving to be a cruel mistress to Blaine Heary. Pitch comes in hard but inside there once more. Count goes 3-1. The bases are loaded. 7 runs to the good are the Cannons, looking to increase that run lead here. Ball down, goes inside heavily with speed. The walk is awarded. And the run walks in at the other end of the table. Jose Gonzalez walks himself up to first base. As Peter Self walks himself back to the bench. And run number 8. Garrett Stell moves to third. Rory Dunn up to second. Jose Gonzalez sitting on first base. They are still loaded. Four runs in the first inning, now 4 runs in the second. Kid Searle, a walk and a hit previously. Takes a swing and just clips the ball as it goes back into the catcher's glove. 0-1. And there's a swing, and it goes towards the foul tree, but just slips past the trunk on the left-hand side. Nothing for our favourite horse chestnut today so far. Count goes 0-2. High and wide again. Curves towards the zone, but not enough. Although called the ball though, so we go 1 and 2. FT inside 2 and 2. As you hear from the outside, one more out is needed. We do play 7 innings here at Baseball Scotland, although we do have a measure in terms of the lead at the bottom of the 5th as well. Probably also need to check on sunstroke with everybody as well. Chop hit goes foul down the third base line for Kit Searle. Count stays at 2 and 2. Had the speed to get past third baseman Sean Yobi Boyd. And there's another ball that goes to the outside. 3 and 2. Full count, bases loaded. 2 outs. Something's going to happen. It's going to really impact the scores. That's popped up high. It's going towards shortstop Cameron Spencer, who takes that out of the air. And that's the end of the second inning there. And from that, we have 4 more runs scored by the Edinburgh Cannons, taking them to 8. It's off 2 hits, and they have 3 left on base. 2 errors charged to the Edinburgh Diamond Devils on that one as well. That's your 2 innings so far of 7. It's 8-0 to the Cannons. The Devils are going to be up to try and call back some of that lead shortly.
I just stole that MLB player every single. Okay, sure. Appreciate it.
Better up. Sorry, guys. Here we go, Cammy.
I was flipping, running after that one, and I was like,
Stop the order.
and I was like, and every day they were playing it, I was like, Cannons want something costly. But I tried to pick up the pace, but I was like,
Welcome back as we go into the top of the third here for the Edinburgh Army. Cannons are throwing the ball. Devils are looking to hit the ball. It's at the top of the order. So 1, 2, 3. Cameron Spencer, Devin Greenshields, and Buddy Sesniak. Cameron Spencer hit by pitch in the first appearance. Did get him on base though. Yes, we are going money ball. Diamond Devils need to get on base. They've had 4 reach. And even with the bases loaded, they've not been productive. They just need to keep grinding that away. There's an 8-run lead that they need to catch up on. Count is 1 and 2. Can't waste any of these outs. Smart hit goes out into right field. Taken there by J.C. Gonzalez. Promising swing of the bat. Hands up as an out. The swing promise was more towards the Cannons than the Devils.
Here we go, Devin.
Devin Greenshield flew out to Connor Smith center field in his first appearance.
Hey, nice take.
Designs to watch that pitch become a ball. 1-0.
Hey, drive it somewhere just like last time. You're seeing it, Devin.
Garrett Style pitching. Does find the outside. Does find the corner. 1-1. Devin Greenshield, just a tiny pop there as Garrett Stell dives for that. Bounces just in front of the ground of him, so it's not a clean out, but there's enough time to throw it up over to Steve Silverberg on first base to run out Devon Greenshields on a 1-3. 2 up, 2 away. No, we're having a turnaround on that call there. Safe at first. That may well not have been a changed call. That may well have been my eyes. Difficult catch for Garrett Stell to make, so it's a clean hit then for Devon Greenshields, taking himself up to first base. The first hit of the game for the Diamond Devils.
Here we go, buddy.
Billy Sesniak is the DH. At some point later in this game, I would expect him to move into the pitcher's role. Having a good pitching line for the Diamond Devils for some time. Pitch comes in and catcher Rory Dunn just as a check throw up to Steve Silverberg on first base to keep Devon Greenshields honest and close to the bag. 1-2. Sal comes set, line, throw, pitch, swing, strike 3. And the fluidity carries on just to keep Devon Greenshields there. Catcher Redon does another throw up to Steve Silverberg, keeping his eye on his glove. 2 away now. Runner on first. Ewan Olinar, fielder's choice reach previously. Pitch comes in, it's a hefty swing, guarantees a strike on that one. Fifth strikeout for Garrett Stell in the game so far.
That's on me, Garrett. That's on me. It's a great pitch.
You got this, Evan?
Catcher already done there. Pointing at the past ball, and it's Devon Greenshields up to second base on that one there. Fourth runner reaching second base for the Diamond Devils. None of those have converted. Popped up high and fouled out to the back. Total of 5 from scoring position is a 0-5 RISP. DIVORCE. No, I'm not going to sing it. Relax, you're fine. Swing, pop up high again, foul back. Not even close to the car park. That's a straight up and down arc. Well, it's not completely straight up and down arc, otherwise it would hit him back on the head. And then we would have to discuss which bit of interference is which. Batter gets right away. Batter runner gets right away in those ones, actually. Count goes 1-2. Devon Greenshields is in scoring position on second base. It's 2 away, though, for the Cannon, for the Diamond Devils. Cannons look to keep their lead at 8-0. Check swing there attempted.
Good job, Evan.
There's no appeal.
Bat didn't cross the bank.
I've got a great angle. I don't think I do.
And there's a swing that goes deep into the left centre field. It snuck itself under the fence. Ground rule double when that happens here at the Bobby Thompson Field. So, Lennar gets the first extra base hit for the Diamond Devils. Brings himself up to second base. Previously on second base, Devin Greenshields, and on the ground rule double. Brings himself back home, and it's the first on the board for the Diamond Devils. 8-1 in the run count now. Sean Yobi Bowen reached the base, we think, on a hit by pitch previously. We kind of lost count of that section there. But he's had one on base, he would like another one, and he's got one runner in scoring position to help. And runner in scoring position is just diving back to second base. Catcher Rory Dunn throwing up to shortstop Miguel Del Rosario. Keep everybody honest. Everybody's honest. Ball comes back into the center of the diamond. Garrett Stell ready to pitch once more. Fastball comes down there, takes a strike on the inside. Garrett Stell doing his crouch like an eagle as he takes the signs from the catcher. Another fast this time on the outside, but just past the zone for a ball. And a disengaged and a check look up to second base. Just to keep under honest. Pitch comes down. A little bit of slow that one. Chopped in front. Bounces over the home plate. Del Rosario shortstop picks it up. Plenty of time to throw it over to first base. Steve Silverberg. And there's your third out of the inning. It's good old-fashioned 6-3 that takes us out of the top of the third. Cannons have lost that lead from 8 down to 7 as one run goes on the board for the Diamond Devils. Comes off 2 hits with one runner left on base. No errors there charged to the Cannons. It's their turn to go out on the field. They're defending an 8-1 lead. I'm Ewan Spence, Roon Hussers in the truck. You're watching Baseball Scotland's coverage of the final Edinburgh Derby of the regular season. Back soon. We go into the bottom of the third inning here with a pitching change. Buddy Sesniak comes out of the DH role onto the mound, and it is a straight swap there as Blaine Heary goes from the mound into the DH role. Your 1, 2, 3 for the Cannons here. Miguel Del Rosario, Connor Smith, JC Martez. Miguel Del Rosario chops that one out, goes out to shortstop Cameron Spencer, takes time to make the throw over to Glenn William at first base. There's a coming together there of the bodies. And the call is safe. That's another hit on the board for the Cannons as Del Rosario puts himself onto first base. It is the third time he's been there, but it was a walk in the second inning and a drop third strike. Fumble by the Diamond Devils in the first inning. So he's had 3 different things for 3 different appearances. Whether that's Cadbury's Celebrations or a box of roses, I'm not quite sure. Step 1 achieved though, get on base. Connor Smith, walk and strikeout previous 2 appearances in the game. Miguel Del Rosario goes in the first pitch for the steal, and he stands up as he gets himself into second base there. Ball does come up, just not in time, but it is on target, so there's no extra base being taken from that extra base on the steal. You know where I'm going with that one. Del Rosario up in the scoring position. Connor Smith and Buddy Zesniak waiting the time. Runner goes Del Rosario from second over to third. It's a foul ball. Del Rosario manages to get 100 feet before that's called a foul. He's taking his time walking back that 100 feet in an unseasonably warm 19 degrees Celsius weather here. Head to Bobby Thompson Field in Edinburgh. The sort of wind that blows sand in your eyes, but not much more drifting across the field. It's not really going to have an impact on the play here. Sun streams in from above third base over to first. And there's to keep everybody on his throw from Zesniak up to shortstop Del Rosario covering second base. And he's covered himself close enough this time that he's back in time. And in all of this, Connor Smith still working his at-bat. Pitch comes in, bounces off the glove of the catcher, Sammy Chuang, but no real distance in that deflection. So Del Rosario just staying there up on second base. It's an 8-1 lead for the Cannons as Connor Smith, in what feels like a lengthy at-bat, but is only just a 1-2 at the moment. Something happening on every pitch in the outfield. Fourth pitch comes down. It's a hefty swing for a strike 3 on Connor Smith. First out for the Cannons in the bottom of the third. JC Martez, walk for first and second innings. Del Rosario is still up there in scoring position on second base with one away. 7-run lead with an 8-1 score for the Cannons. And a faked out throw there up to second base. But he keeps a hold of the ball. Keeping honest but not risking the overthrow. Swing and a miss. Hefty swing and a miss there, JC Martez. Puts himself behind in the count immediately with 0-1. Pitch comes in high. Martez decides to swing, goes up to third base. Sean Yobi Bowen takes that ball as it bounces around his feet, but there's not enough time to snap that ball over to any of the other bases. JC Martez gets himself on the board as a 1-for-1 on his third plate appearance. Ball bouncing around third base. Del Rosario just holding himself at second. Runners first and second with one away. Peter Rowe steps up now. He's 2 for 2 so far. On the second one of those, he got himself all round all 4 bases to get the run. On the first one, he was in a force out at home. Inches away from tagging Del Rosario at its second on a steal attempt. But an inch is as good as 1,550 yards. So we remain at 1 out and runners on first and second. Pitch comes in, it's chopped in the grounder and he goes up into the shortstop gap. Cameron Spencer overruns that and the ball. Ewan Ollivander throws it over to third base just to keep Del Rosario in there. And Peter Rowe gets his third hit of the game, keeping himself on a 1-0-0-0. And moving everybody else around as well. Fell back into the catcher's mask there from Steve Silverberg. Pop out and line out. Umpire, not catcher. I knew Ruben was good for something. It's good for many things. You don't hear many of the things that he's good for. Not directly. Runners in first, second, and third. It's a bases loaded situation with one away. And that's chopped up the first base line, but it does go foul. Not by much. In any case, first baseman Glenn William had that covered. And goes 1 and 2. Silverberg looking just to tap down the nerves. Everybody else has reached a base in the game apart from himself. And that's a popped up. Wow, back into the foul territory behind the plate, behind the commentary table. Does keep it alive though, 1 and 2. And there's a chop ball, goes up to first base, bounces under the arm of Glenn Willem on first base. We get one runner home with Del Rosario. We get 2 runners home with J.C. Martez. The ball is thrown over to third base to see if he can get there in time ahead of Peter Rowe, but it does not. Peter Rowe will take himself over for 2 extra bases on that one there. Del Rosario brings himself home. It takes a run count to 9. J.C. Martez gets home as well. Takes the run count to 10. Steve Silverberg takes himself a single, and now every member of the Edinburgh Cannons has reached a base in this game. Silverberg was the last one to do so, but makes up for that on a 2 RBI single. Swing and a miss from pitcher Garrett Stell as he makes his appearance on the mound, but Silverberg takes a chance there to steal second, giving us the 2-step that we so love to hear in baseball Scotland. 4 hits in this inning so far. It's the most that the Cannons have had for this game. They have picked up 2 more runs on the strength of that as well, and they currently have 2 more runners in scoring position. Still just a single out with first base open. And that is popped up. It's going into foul territory. Glenn William trying to see that in the sun. Sun catches him in the eyes, into the glove, and then out of the park from foul territory. Count goes 0-1. Back to where we are. Second and third occupied. 1 unoccupied. And that ball's thrown just to the outside to take us to a 1 and 2 count. Garrett Stell walking a hit by pitch so far. Sometimes doing nothing will make you one of the most productive players on the team. Ball comes in high and looping. Garrett Stell shows his back there and lets the ball come into him. I'm not sure whether that's the must make some effort to get out of the way of the ball before you're hit by pitch. But in any case, he is awarded first base on that one as we get the bases loaded up once more. Garrett Stell on first, Steve Silverberg on second, Peter Rowe on third. 2 runs already home in this inning for the Cannons. It's Captain Rory Dunn. Looks like J.C. Martez has done the walk so far. 9-run lead, looking to take that into double figures. Dunn also missing last week's championship winning game. Yes, teamwork, yes, the team did it, but there's always that I want to be involved in some of this as well. With a bases loaded situation and only 1 out, I can certainly make a contribution to knocking local rivals out of contention of the postseason. That would guarantee our postseason teams, not necessarily the lineup for the seedings. Aberdeen's Granite City Oilers are already out of contention. Slow pitch bounces in front of plate and into the backstop there.
No way. If that's a swing that Evan struck out last inning, man. Come on.
Decision made between catcher and pitcher. Ball comes down. It's going to go outside. Yep. Count goes 3-1. Dunn still has a chance to leave a ball that's not good enough. Has a chance to swing if it looks possible as well. That's one's left. 3-2. It's a full count that's knocking. It's a full count with the outfield full as well. Runners on first, on second, on third. 9-run lead. Pitch comes down. And it's a swing and a miss for strike 3 and second out. Rory Dunn there. Buddy Sesniak, second strikeout of this inning. Back to the top of the order for Jose Gonzalez. Strikeout. Fielder's choice and a walk so far. Ball goes inside there. Pitch comes down again, and that is hit straight up and down and into the glove of second baseman Yunol Linar. That's your third out. That brings the end of a not as devastating as the previous 2 innings, but it is another 2 on the board. Here are the numbers. Edinburgh Cannons, 2 more runs, taking them to 10. 5 hits on the inning, with 3 left on base. No errors charged to the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. After 3 innings, it's a 12-1 game. I'm Ewan Spence, Ruben Hustler in the truck. Your sponsor message can appear here, and we'll be back in 90 seconds.
Here we go, Blaine!
Welcome back as we go into the top of the 4th inning. Garrett Snell still pitching. Facing now Blaine Heary now in the DH role for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. It's 12-1. Devils are 11 runs behind in a must-win game. Yes, 9. Where have I added the other 2 from? Probably from looking ahead at the next inning. Oh, I know what it is. I'm expecting 4-4-4. They went 4-4-2. It's weird, really, because I mentioned Fulham off here, and that's the only way Fulham play their football. Okay, right then. You knew I was wrong straight away, and that's straight into the glove there of Steve Silverberg for a line drive out there on Blaine Heary. On an impressive catch. Steve Silverberg just dips the right knee, puts the glove out, and the ball pops in. You 1-2-3 was Blaine Heary, Sylvain Lebert, team captain, and Sammy Twang. Heary out on that line drive there. Captain Sylvain Lebert now at bat. Ball comes to the inside there. Does miss Sylvan. This is the zone as well. Takes the count to 1 and 2. Sylvan struck out in his previous appearance in this game. Smart hit on that one, though. Goes up to second baseman J.C. Martaz, who manages to stop it going any further into the outfield with a diving smother. But no opportunity there to attempt to throw over to first base. Sylvan Moore gets himself just the third hit of the game for the Diamond Devils. Puts himself on base at first. There's step 1. Step 2 is a steal. Let's keep our eyes open for it as Sammy Chuang reached on fielder's choice previously. The steal is already happening. And the decision to throw the ball up has not been made. Catcher Redundant taking the ball at his feet. Sylvain Lebar bringing his team up into scoring position with one player himself on second base.
Let's go, Sammy.
Believe we're on a 1-1 count. She'll check in a second. Pitch comes down. That's a hard and high, but it's not got a lot of depth. It just goes into the outfield, into the glove of Connor Smith for a clean catch on the run. Second out.
Two we got.
Lucky boy, that was a good hit. He flipping made good ground there. Go around the ground.
Good outfield umpiring there just to see how much distance there was between ball, glove and ground. Not a lot, but enough. Connor Smith taking that as a clean catch on the previous play. Pitch comes in low on that one. Sylvain Lebrun effectively stuck on second base. Continues to look for the steal, not finding it. Fouled back over the backstop in the table and into the car park. Count goes 2 and 1. Rolled under Ruben's car.
His timing now. You got his timing. Go, boy.
It's going to damage the ball, Ruben. Ball goes past catcher Rory Dunn. Sylvain Lebrun takes a chance to bring himself forward to third base. Ball lost in the netting at the back. Hard to see, and then the past ball for Sylvain Lebrun. Gives him the other 90 feet. And 90 feet away from home. But the strikeout is taken there on Jason Chung. 3 away. With 1 runner left on base. With 1 hit made. Still no runs for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils. No errors charged to the Edinburgh Cannons. That was the top of the 4th. And it's slapped bang into the middle of our 7 innings game as scheduled. I'm Ewan Spence. Ruben Hustle on the truck. He's away to check on how much damage his car did to the ball. And we'll be back shortly. It's the bottom of the 4th. We go into Edinburgh Cannons taking to the plate. It's a 10-1 game. I've awarded them 2 extra, so I'd quite like them to get at least 2 in this innings so we can edit out all of this inning and I'll look good. Ruben's saying that's not going to happen. Right, you 1, 2, 3. It's going to be Kit Serra, Miguel Del Rosario, and Connor Smith. They're the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. In running order, Buzzy Sesniak is pitching for the Diamond Devils, who are in black and in the outfield. And Cannon's playing white with red trim. Pitch goes outside and low. Tempting, but not tempting enough for Sarah to swing on that one. Ball comes in high. Searle decides to leave that one. 3-0. He's got himself a favourable count. A walk, a hit, and a pop-up so far. Pitch comes in. The swing is decided, but ball just goes over the bat there for 3-1. That's going inside for the walk. Kit Searle takes himself up onto base, just 1 for 2 at the moment. But 3 on-base appearances up at first so far, and on second, and on third, and on fourth. He's managed to get himself around with 2 runs on the board. Be looking to do that once more. Cannon's 9 runs up, looking to extend the lead. No outs here in the 4th inning. Miguel Del Rosario on base with a dropped third strike and a walk and a hit for a single. These 3 appearances, now on appearance number 4. Check throw over to first base to keep everybody honest, which they are. Del Rosario just ritual of the low swing. There's a low swing on that one as well, and it's popped high but into foul into the right hand side of our natural bowl amphitheatre. Can we get away with that? Yeah. We have a tree here. That's not on the first base. There's not a lot of action going over to the foul tree. It's going to feel left out this week. And there's a swing. It's a high fly out into right center field that is caught cleanly by Sylvain Lebleur for the first out. And it's thrown back into the infield in time to keep Searle honest and staying on first base. Connor Smith walks, strikeout previously. In between the innings, no doubt there'll be a note from the team just to calm down and don't be so eager and swing early and swing often. Take the time to decide if the ball is there. That's fouled up high and back into the right hand wings for a 0-1 count. Umpire time called. And we're back in the game. Wind and pitch to the outside and low for a ball. 1-1. Outside and low again. Count goes 2-1. Sun starts to drop in the shadow of the foul tree, starts to reach onto the third base line. Technically, it's a dead ball tree. We had a rule change halfway through this year, but foul tree is a much nicer name. Who would want to call a tree dead? Then it would be Deadwood, and we would have to pay copyright fees. Or Ian McShane would come and do the voiceover for us. Ball struck up high, going into outfield as well. Sylvain Morisseau running over deep from center field. Glove goes out for that, and somebody has hit the fence, whether it's the ball going through or Sylvain going up as a fielder with the ball in the glove. It's being called a clean catch on that one there. On the run from Sylvain Morisseau for a second fly out to the number 8 position. 2 away. Kit Searle still stuck on first base, not getting any movement. JC Martez up now. It's a walk and a walk, followed by a single in the previous inning. There's a bubble machine in the crowd. That's going to make things interesting if you're looking into the sun. But pitch comes down, and it's hit into the gap between third and shortstop from JC Martez. Outfielder Jason Chang takes that ball, throws it over to second base. Hoping to get there in time. It's not in any case. It's going to go down. It's the second single of the game for JC Martez. Kit Searle coming up on the play to second base on that one as well. There ain't no way that ball was going to get back to first base in time. Clean hit for Martez. First hit of the inning for the Cannons. Peter Rowe. 3 appearances at the plate, 3 hits from the plate so far. Hefty swing, goes underneath the ball for a 0-1 count on a strike. Pitch comes down to the outside for 1-1. Peter Rowe's situation, he's facing 2 outs. And he's got 2 runners on at first and second. Cannons himself, they've reached double figures through a 10-run lead, 10 runs against 1 for a 9-run lead. Pitch comes down, it's high and outside, but Rowe decides he's going to swing. It taps it over to second base. Man, you know that now pops it over to Glenn Willem. Reaches over in time. Cannons appealing for an off the bag. It's not happening there. That's going to be called a 4-3, the third out of the inning. One that the Devils will be delighted to get through there. No runs scored in that inning, first inning, where the Cannons have not put anything up on the board. Comes from just a single hit. No errors charged to the Diamond Devils with 2 left on base. I'm Ewan Spence. The Devils have held that. The lead has not been extended by the Cannons. We go into the top of the 5th, and the Devils will be looking to claw back that lead as much as they can. If you get to the bottom of the 5th and you're 15 runs ahead or more, that will be game. So the Devils will need not just to try and close down that lead, but to make sure that they don't fall too far behind when the Cannons take to the field after them in the bottom of the 5th. But it's the top of the 5th coming up. I'm Ewan Spence, and we'll be with you in a minute.
Let's go, Cannons!
You know, like there's a record, like
Here we go.
MLB positioning
Here we go, Glenn.
incredible stretch has not.
Right.
Welcome back. It's the 5th inning of a scheduled 7 here at the Bobby Thompson Field in the last Edinburgh Derby of the regular season. The Cannons have already taken the trophy and taken top seeding for postseason. The Diamond Devils, this is their elimination game. They need to win to stay in contention. If the Cannons win this, we will have our 4 teams set for the postseason. Although the 2nd, 3rd and 4th seedings and the home advantage of 2nd seed will still to be decided over the last 3 weeks of the regular season here for the AAA, here at Scottish Baseball's National League. Your 1, 2, 3 for the Diamond Devils at bat now are Glenn Willem, who is up now, struck out in his first appearance. Gary Spencer and Devin Greenshields. It is your 9-1. It is your 10-1-2 in the order, as we got a DH being used for a 10th man by the Diamond Devils. You also notice the pitching change. Peter Rowe has taken himself up to the mound from out in right field. There's a bundle of position changes as well. Nothing affecting the pitching order. Jose Gonzalez moves from right field to second base. JC Martez from second base moves over to third base. Peter Rowe moves from third base onto the mound. And Garrett Stell leaves the mound, moves out into right field as you wheel to 4 positional changes as well.
There you go, Peter. Nice catch, buddy.
Peter Rowe gets a strikeout to start off his inning. Garrett Stell managing 5 over 4 innings. Not 4 innings, given our scheduled 7 is enough to put him on the hook for the win. It's a 10-1 game. It's a must win for the Diamond Devils. And there's a strong hit from leadoff man Cameron Spencer at the top of the order. And it goes out into left field. And doesn't have enough pace, so there's not enough time to throw it back. And brings himself up on base. First hit of the game for Cameron Spencer, previously hit by pitch and a foul out. Devin Greenshield, fly out and single, previous 2 appearances.
Here we go, Devin!
Looking to cut, not only cut into that 9-run lead, but to create as enough of a cushion as possible. 15-run lead at the end of the 5th would be under the rules of Baseball Scotland the moment that the game is called. So with a 9-run lead, the Cannons would need to be hungry, but it is not unknown for them to put that many past. And that's a ground out that goes up to third base, and it is in time for a throw over. Yes or no?
Jose, good job, buddy. Who we got?
And the out is there for the second away. What a no. Rest of the team. Cameron Spencer is your second out actually on the run through. Takes himself up to first on Devin Greenshield's hit. Decides to go for the extra base, which is not in time. Greenshield's awarded the hit. Cameron Spencer giving the tag out.
Oh, yeah. Good contact.
2 away, runner on first. There's something about Devin. I keep thinking he's going to be out at first, and he never is. I'm not sure if that's me jinxing it or me being a talisman. Ruben is looking at me with disdain that only somebody in a production truck can muster for the talent. Oh, I have to put talent in italics, apparently, with my hands. There we go. Quotes. Right, where are we? 10-1 game in the favour of the Cannons. Top of the 5th with the Devils already facing a 2-out situation. But he says Niak. Does have a runner in scoring position with Devin Greenshields making the steal.
But like, we just weren't sure what it was on, so that's why the explanation. Like, just we don't do it again, you know.
This is a crazy rule, but
No, it's just we want to know what it was on, if it was the feet or the hands, so we don't do it again. Two down, buddy. Right.
There's a rules conference there. I have no idea.
hey, no worries. 2 down. 2 down. Two go.
Here we go, buddy.
Right, is everybody agreed? It's 1-1, runner on second, 2 outs. Great. Buddy Sesniak, flew out and strike out on his previous appearance. He's got a count at 1-2 now with 2 away. Peter Rowe hoping to do a 4-up, 3 down, clean inning. Ball goes over into the gap, goes past shortstop Del Rosario, goes back out into the left field. Solid throw into the catcher. Rory Dunn is going to keep Devin Greenshields honest and not going any further than third base. With the distance on that, Buddy Sesniak gets himself his first hit in the game as well. Evan Olinar give us a ground rule double for his previous appearance. Before that, a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice here would likely end the inning, but a ground rule double would be very, very tasty. Even tastier if Buddy Zesniak can do the second step and steal himself up to second just before it happens. Zesniak is angling and teasing, but he's not went this time. Pitch goes inside and low from Peter O. And there's a full pop-up that goes into the glove of Peter O as he sprints over to third base. Catches the ball halfway through there, and that is your third out of the inning there. No runs scored on that one by the Diamond Devils. 2 left out on base, 2 hits going through there, no errors charged to the Edinburgh Cannons, but more importantly, the 9-run lead is maintained. 6 runs here in the bottom of this inning would end the game. The mercy rule of Baseball Scotland's rules kicking in at the bottom of the 5th inning with a 15-run lead or more, and that 15th run would be a walk-off. Edinburgh Cannons sealed the league victory last week with a 16-1 game over the Edinburgh, not over the Edinburgh, they were playing Tayport. They're looking to do the same over the Diamond Devils now. Diamond Devils 6 runs away from going out of the postseason. Welcome back to the Edinburgh Derby. It's the last one of the regular season. We are moving into the bottom of the 5th. The Edinburgh Cannons are 9 runs ahead. 6 runs in the 5th will give them the game. At least 6 runs in total over the 5th, and 6 will give them a game as well. We play out to 7, but we have a 15-run lead mercy rule at the end of the 5th. Your 1, 2, 3 at the bottom of the order: Steve Silverberg, Garrett Stell, and Rory Dunn. Silverberg, pop out, line out, had a single in his previous 3 appearances in this game. Looking to turn his appearance as the leadoff batter. He's the leadoff runner. He represents the moving into double digits run lead as well. I don't think there's a name for that. Pitch comes down, swing, pops up high and back. There, it finally falls onto the ground. Now, if we just drop that 45 degrees and point it forward away, we can go somewhere with that. Not in 2. Or 1 and 2. I can't tell. The umpire's head in the way. People at home going, no, you should know. You should be watching everything. I know. Foul tip given there on the sportsmanship. Silverberg still at the bat on this one. Foul tip is the decision. That ball comes in high, very high, long and looping. I mean, it's a 3-pointer if you can get it from that line, but this ain't basketball. And that changes up to be a nice fastball. It's fouled back and the stay alive for the at-bat continues. It's 2 and 2. Count equalizes up. Pitch comes in. There's a swing and it goes up to the ground and it goes into shallow right field. Into Devin Greenshields as the right fielder, but no further or no back in as well. Silverberg reaches base. 2 from 4. And another single there for Silverberg. Garrett Still, a walk and 2 hit by pitches. Wonder what the Gaelic for punch bag is. And that swing and fouled back over the fence. Here at the backstop into the car park. Ruben, how's your car? Just missed it. Lovely. I have no idea if that's going to be covered by insurance or not. My guess is no. Pitch comes in and that swung up. It's high and it goes out into the center outfield. Bounces just in front of the fence and rolls underneath it. Ground rule double is the call. A proper wall there, and I think you would have got 3 bases from Steve Silverberg instead of the 2 awarded, and that would have brought him home. In any case, that's our next ground rule double of the game. Garrett Snell getting himself comfortably on base with a strong head out into center field. Steve Silverberg over to third base, 2 in scoring position. 6-run lead, 6 runs needed to get the 15-run lead mark. 10-1 score with captain and catcher Rory Dunn. The bottom of the order now at bat. Pitch comes in, Dunn pops up and it goes into out of bounds.
Oh my God.
This is why we need a roof on the dugout. Umbrella's probably not going to be enough, Ruben. Unless it's made out of, choose an exotic metal. Kevlar. Kevlar's not a metal. It's a composite, isn't it?
Aromatic fiber.
It's an aromatic fiber. What does Kevlar smell of then, Ruben? Not that. Now you should really come on. This is why he doesn't want to come on mic, everybody. Chris, come back for the postseason. Right, back to the game. Wind, pitch, strike. Count is 1-2. Runners are on second and third. No outs yet. Still the 9-run lead with a 10-1 game. Pitch comes down. It's on the outside, but it is going to be hit off and foul on the first base line by Dunn. Takes him to the next pitch. Staying alive for the 1-2. And strike 3 from a long, slow loop that just drops into the zone like, quick, somebody name me a good basketball player. Larry Bird, there we go. I was going to do Wayne Gretzky, but he does hockey, doesn't he? Yeah. Although he would probably be a better basketball player than me. Anyway, 1 away there, Rory Dunn. Looking at that strike there. Jose Gonzalez, back to the top of the order. Strikeout, fielder's choice, walk, pop-up. You'd quite like to have some positive actions here in the game. A Scottish cycle. We could work out what the Scottish cycle is. Strikeout there on a fastball coming down. Is that strike? He's not out yet. Quick, I need some more water. There we go. Runners are on second and third. Pitch comes down, it's outside and low. Gonzalez still ahead in the count, 2-1. Swing there, equalises it up, 2-2. Second and third. First base is open with 1 away. Pitch comes in. There is a swing attempted on that, and attempt is the word 2 away. Fourth strikeout so far for Zesniak in this game. Kit Searle. Batting left-handed. Pitch comes down, goes for the swing. It's a flat foul to the back. Over the fence. That's going to stop well before the car park, given the trajectory on that one. Walk ahead, a pop out and a walk for the last 4 for Kit Searle. Pitcher catcher decision made. Pitch comes down. It's low. Oh, go on, Kit, touch it. You can get in the highlights reel. After last week stealing home, we can balance out the other side as well. Okay, here we are. Pitch coming down. Swing and pop. Very pop, and just a few feet away. A few feet away from the table there. Ruben and I getting ready. Ruben, where's your glove? Oh, it's out in first base, isn't it? They're using. First baseman can't get over here in time to catch the ball if it's going to come down on the table. Do we have a commentator's glove? Yes, it's called a gazebo. We don't have one of them yet. If you want a gazebo and would like to sponsor us by supplying us with cover, very much appreciated. Looping ball on that one for a count, going to 2-2. Still 2 runners in scoring positions with 2 away. Steve Silverberg sitting on third, Garrett Stells sitting on second. First base is open. Pitch comes down, golf swing attempted. Makes contact and fouls it at the feet. Staying alive at 2-2. Pitch comes down, check swing. Check swing attempted, 3-2, 2-2, goes to a strikeout there on a check swing. Looking, that's the third out for the bottom of the 5th. Edinburgh Diamond Devils stay in the game for the second inning with no runs put up by the Cannons. 2 hits in that inning though, with 2 left on base, no errors charged to the Diamond Devils. We go into inning number 6. We play 7. It's a 10-1 game. Diamond Devils have still got 9 runs to catch up and equal 10 to take the lead, and it's a must-win game for them if they want to stay in contention for the postseason. I'm Ewan Spence. Ruben Hustlers in the truck. We'll be back with you shortly.
On base, shiny boy. Yeah.
We got Kennedy.
But if we got reinforcements, then obviously he can.
Let's go 1, 2, 3, yeah? Quick inning.
We don't need teachers.
Split.
I mean, we need pitchers. Yeah, but like, we need both.
Well, let's hope the field mic didn't pick up any of those jokes. Welcome back to the top of the 6 and 7 innings. The Diamond Devils are 9 runs behind. It's a must-win game for them, as we've said already. The postseason is guaranteed for the Cannons. 4 games left, 4 wins needed for the Diamond Devils. And if you think that's a tough ask, that's exactly the situation that the Tayport Breakers faced last year, which they successfully navigated, took themselves through to the championship games in the postseason, through to the final where they defeated the Edinburgh Cannons. So it is not unknown in baseball Scotland for that to happen. But for it to happen, at least 9 runs need to go on the board over the next 2 innings for the Diamond Devils, and they need to hold the Cannons lead to under 15 runs. Your 1, 2, 3 now are Sean Yobi Bowen, Blaine Heary, and Sylvain Lebar. Yobi Bowen reaching, we think, on a hit by pitch, but we're not sure on that one. We'll check back on the tape. A grounder previously. There's a ground ball over there up to third base. And it's thrown over to first base, and it is thrown high and over Steve Silverberg. Sean Yobi Bowen gets the single, and also gets the overthrow 90 feet as well to take him up to second base, and immediately your leadoff runner is in scoring position. Just the second error for the Cannons in this game. Blaine Heary opened up pitching now in the DH spot with a walk and a line drive out previously. Third appearance here. And does that go over? He's rather emotional about what he's done with that ball as it goes straight. Bounces the ground in front of shortstop Del Rosario, gets it in the glove. It's an accurate throw over to Steve Silverberg on first base, this time for 6-3 and the first out. Sean Yobi Bowen, given the location of the ball, decides to stay at second base on that one and not run right into the path of the ball. Captain Sylvain Lebar steps up now. Strikeout and single. He'd prefer the latter. Cannons would prefer the former. First time he's facing Peter Rowe, though. Relief pitcher for the Edinburgh Cannons. Rowe gives himself a strikeout on that one there. Yobi Bowen taking a bit of a lead up at second base. That pitch comes in low and just to the outside as well. And there's a smart hit that does go straight to the shortstop of Del Rosario, into the glove. Unassisted line drive catch. Del Rosario having a productive outfield defense in this inning. An assist and a full out so far. Yobi Bowen still stuck up there on second base in scoring position. And pop-up foul territory there. Sammy Twang previously reached on a fielder's choice, but then also was pop out as well in his second at-bat. Third at-bat here. Pitch comes in, it's slightly to the outside. Twang gets his bat on it and fouls it out again. This time deeper down the right field line. Pitch comes in and it's a swing. It bounces in front of third baseman JC Martez. You just cannot keep it in his glove at that point there. Be interested to see if we do have a scoring decision on that one. But we're going to go. I'm going to go here for the score sheet or benefit of the doubt and giving Twang there. Nice solid hit. Yobi Bowen getting himself over to third base. So we have runners in the corners with two away. Jason Chung strikeout and strikeout in his previous appearances. Runner goes first base up to second for Sammy Twang. Two in the scoring position. Scottish two-step, get on base, get on second with a steal successfully accomplished. Strike goes down there as well. Devils are chasing a 9-run lead. They're two away here and have not put up a score since the third inning. And there's a swing that just makes contact with the tip of the bat, goes up to the first base. Steve Silverberg strolls over, puts the glove down, picks it up, strolls back to first base, and there's the third out. Edinburgh Diamond Devils just 3 outs away from going out of the postseason contention. On that one, there are no runs scored in that inning, even though there are 2 hits put on the board. 1 error charged to the Edinburgh Cannons, but they managed to strand 2 on base as well. It's a 10-1 game. That 9-run lead is still there for the Cannons. Another 6 on the board, and they can end it in the bottom of the 6th with the mercy rule. But as it stands right now, the Devils are still in it. They've got a lot to do with their last 3 outs. Be back for the bottom of the 6th in a minute and a half.
Better up. Let me go in with the drum, eh? Fellas. No secret. Yeah, I know.
You join us back at the bottom of the 6th. The Diamond Devils are 9 runs behind. If the Edinburgh Cannons can pop 6 on, the mercy rule will kick in at the end of the 6th. That 15-run gap will give them victory, and it's a 16-1 game. Diamond Devils need to make sure that 5 runs or less go past them, and then they need to at least equal, if not go ahead in the top of the 7th. If they manage that, they'll stay alive for postseason contention for another week. If they don't, then it's going to be Tayport, Glasgow Comets, and the Glasgow Galaxy joining the Edinburgh Cannons in the postseason. Although the seedings are still to be decided. We'll get to that if we need to at the end of this game here. We do have a pitching change. Captain Sylvain Lambert has come in from centre field onto the mound. And it's a straight swap out as Buzzy Sesniak moves back from the mound out into centre field to take that slot as well. Your 1-2-3 for the Edinburgh Cannons here. Miguel Del Rosario, Connor Smith, and JC Martez. Del Rosario, well, he's got home 3 times and a single, a walk, a drop, third strike, and a fly out, so it's an eventful game. He's not had a hit by pitch yet. If we're trying to work out what the Scottish cycle is, answers in the comments, by the way, on YouTube, if you managed to get this far in. We've already got the 2-step. Step 1, get on base. Step 2, steal second. What's a batter cycle? Because it's not a single, a double, a triple, and a home. Can't remember the last time I saw a triple. No, I think I saw a triple in the last game. They're rare as hen's teeth, it has to be said, in Baseball Scotland. Not as rare as a double play. Strong hit there that goes high, and it goes long into the outfield. And it is out of the park. Let's tour the bases. Miguel Del Rosario, home run to open up the bottom of the 6th inning. Round we go. Smartly hit, lofted high. Jason Chung running back in the hope to catch that, but the ball had more speed than the left fielder. Over the fence, and a home run on the board. Cannons take a double-digit lead up to 11 with just the 1 there. 5 runs to go for them to seal this game and to push their local rivals out of the championship. This is the point where I would turn to my colour commentator, if there was one here, and go, that's not what you want to see in your first appearance as the pitcher in the game facing your first batter. Connor Smith now. A walk, a strikeout, and a flyout. He's been hungry for contact and hungry for some action in the game so far. I get the feeling that seeing the batter before him go for a home run might possibly keep the energy high. Lavar's net pitch comes in low and outside for another ball. The sun itself is drifting still far from the highest, but drifting into a low cloud bank that's coming in. The smallest check swing in the world there from Connor Smith. That moved more than 2 inches. Whew. The count goes to 3-0 though, so Smith has time to decide whether he's going to swing or not and whether he likes one of these pitches. Pitch comes down, he likes that one. It's going high, it's going long into the same location as Del Rosario. It's going high, long and gone. I suspect I've just taken that from the Giants, but there you go. It's another home run. 2 plate appearances, 2 at-bats, 2 home runs, 2 more onto the table. Who said too bad? That's my line, I'm stealing that. 2 more runs on the board for the Cannons. 4 runs away from walking this game off in the bottom of the 6th. 7 scheduled. We might need, if the Devils want to get for a full scheduled inning, they're going to have to get the defense running through. JC Martez now, a walk, a single, a single. Hits that strong and low down the third base line. It's called fair. Sees one pitch, hits one pitch, gets on first. 1-1-1. Can't decide if he's happy he's got on base again from his last 3 at-bats or whether I didn't get a home run and everybody else has in this inning so far. In any case, it's on base, no outs. Pitch comes in low and outside. Peter Rowe is your batter now. Went for the single, went for the single, went for the single, and then a ground out in his 4th appearance. Appearance number 5. 3 successful at-bats in front of him. He'll be looking to continue that streak. Is it? Yes! We have our first ball into the foul tree. Admittedly, it was going to go past the right side of the truck, hit a stone, and then decided that vertical was a better option than horizontal. But there we go. The trees finally got a foul in the game. Probably knocked out a few horse chestnuts so we can play conkers with it later. Pitch comes down, and that's a pop-up there from Peter Rowe. And who's coming in for that? It's in the mid-ground in the outfield. But center fielder, Buddy Cesniak, has decided he's taking that one. So he gets the out on the pop-up. Throws back to see if JC Martez is far enough away from first base to be caught on the tag. He wasn't. Martez stays at first, but Rowe goes out on the pop-up there for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. 2 runs on the board already. Runner still there on first. Steve Silverberg, pop up and line out first of all, but then a single and a single. Hefty swing and a miss on that one there. Batting left-handed, so there's an outfield shift on for our outfielders. Ball thrown low and outside there. Count goes to 2-1 for Silverberg. Martez still at first base. Another low, this one going inside though. Count grows in Silverberg's favor. Three and 1. Pitch comes down, that's inside, but finds the zone. 3-2, knock, knock, knock. We haven't seen a full count for some time now. Runner on first, 1 away. And the ball is given. 90 feet for Silverberg, up to first, 90 feet for JC Martez, up to second and into scoring positions. Cannons looking to score 6 in this inning to walk the game off. They've already scored 2 of those, 4 left. Garrett Stell started out as the pitcher in this game, has moved out to right field. In terms of the offensive production, it's a walk, it's a hit, and a ground rule double. Ground rule double here would, of course, bring one more of those runs in. Cannon's very much in control of this game. They could finish it here in the bottom of the 6th, or they could have a successful defense in the top of the 7th as the home team, currently with a run lead of 11. Pitch comes down high and inside. 3-0. And that's going to be high and outside for a walk. So Van LeBlair, team captain, loads up the bases.
You want to change your eye level. Change your eye level.
And that there not only loads up the bases, but it brings the winning run to home plate. Team captain Rory Dunn. Question now is whether he goes for small ball and just brings a run or 2 home, or if he decides to get the 3rd home run of this inning and finish the game there and then. Pitch comes down. It's to the outside of the zone. Not in 1. Base is loaded. Pitch comes down. It's wild to the outside and low by a couple of feet. 1-1. Focus and concentration needed here from the Cannons. Shot back foul. 1-2 from Dunn. Just the one away. Count goes 1-2. Dunn is last in the order, so it will be Jose Gonzalez back to the top of the order, but Gonzalez hasn't made solid contact or a single in any of his previous at-bat appearances. So Dunn will be looking to make sure there's something happening here. He does. He hits that square back to the pitcher. Bounces off the pitcher's glove. It goes up to the shortstop who stumbles. Cameron Spencer attempts to throw over there into second baseman as the foot is on the bag. It's not in time. Time is called. The bases loaded situation. That brings 1 run home and a single RBI for Rory Dunn. JC Martez is home. Steve Silverberg moves over to third base. Garrett Stell up to second. Captain Rory Dunn up there on first base with a smart hit. Past the waistband, though, there of the Diamond Devils pitcher, Sylvain LeBlair. Not enough time to react to get that one there. Jose Gonzalez, top of the order. Strikeout, fielder's choice, walk, pop-up, strikeout in the previous appearances. Looking to not only make some action, but he's also got to remember the winning run is now on first base. So any positive action here. It's only 1 out. There's a little bit of a cushion left for the Cannons. And they are looking to finish this off in the bottom of the 6th. 1 away, but the game still feels comfortably in control. That pitch comes in low. Catcher Sammy Twang having to lean into the plate to make sure the ball is caught. Count goes 2-1. The walk here will bring 1 more run home. But that there, swing on a high ball that was probably going to be called, is just now pushed into foul territory and takes us to a 2-2 count. Ball comes down, and that's tipped into the mask of the catcher. Count stays 2-2.
Great, the max. Okay, thank you. Great. 2-2.
One away. Count 2-2. Bases loaded. Top of the order is at the bat. Winning run is on first base. But it's strike 3. Third strikeout for the game from Jose Gonzalez.
Didn't mean to go right in the middle, but.
Kid Searle steps up now.
Give me another shot, man. He's something.
2 away. Diamond Devils will be warning to not let any more runs through. As it stands, they're going to have to get 9 at the. As it stands, they're going to have to get 11 at the top of the 7th just to tie the game. No, they need 12. Kid Searle has had a walk, a single, a pop up, a walk, and a strikeout so far. The Blair finds the fastball there to send down. And that goes low and inside there. Two and one. Searle has the count in his favour, and we know he has the distance when he sees a ball in front of him that's strikeable. Yes, that's a lot of mixed metaphors in there. When he sees the leathery white thing, he can swing the stick and make it go far. Yep.
Go. You got hit. Got hit. What did you do, man? You got hit. No, it didn't hit me. Yo, go in the ground.
It's a 3-1 count there with a little dance around the ball.
Touch your head if you got hit.
Miguel Del Rosario really wants to get back in, following his home run to open up the inning. There's 2 outs. That ball goes high. That's the walk. 3-1 count when it goes out the way, Searle. You get a walk up. And that is going to bring another run home. Kit Searle up to first. Rory Dunn up to second base. Garrett Stell over to third. Steve Silverberg brings himself home with that walk. 4 runs scored in this inning. The winning run for the walk-off is up in second base. Miguel Del Rosario, we've been round the order. He opened up this inning with a home run. A home run, a triple, or a double will win it for the Cannons. The Blair pitches heavily to the inside there and past the batter. Pitch comes in. It's a swing and a miss on that one. Putting the pace on the bat. 2-1 on the count. 2 outs. Winning run on second base. Ball throws outside and low.
I know.
Pitch comes in and it is bounced in the ground. Shortstop Cameron Spencer gets up. He throws it over to the first baseman, Glenn Willem. It is in time. That is going to be the 3rd out on that one. And the Diamond Devils at least get one more go in this game. But it has been a big inning. 4 runs scored by the Edinburgh Cannons, taking them to a total of 14. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in the innings as well. No errors charged to the Diamond Devils, but left out on base 3 there with the bases loaded. Diamond Devils have it all to do. They need 13 runs to tie the game. Anything less than that, and they are going to be out of contention for the postseason. Edinburgh Cannons already through as league victors, but looking to keep their game scales sharp and say goodbye to the local opponents. I'm Ewan Spence, top of the 7th, coming up. It's at this point Rory Dunn whisper to go Cannons into the field microphone. He's wanting a clip, isn't he? Yeah, we are going in to the top of the 7th, and it's pretty simple, this one. The Edinburgh Diamond Devils have 3 outs to keep themselves in the season. And on those 3 outs, they have to find a minimum of 13 runs to tie up and 14 to go ahead. Anything less than that, and they are going to be out of the postseason. And the Edinburgh Cannons are going to win this series. We are going to put a swear box next to that field microphone. Rory, when you listen back to this. I don't know, a swear box would actually be quite profitable. That's quite a wide-ranging microphone. And I know who would have to take out a loan from the bank to cover what they say. Anyway, right then, we are 1, 2, 3 for this inning. Is Glenn Willem, Tammy Spencer, Devin Greenshields. Peter Rose on the mound. Glenn Williams kicks that off, goes over to the third baseman, and that is picked up by JC Martez. Over to Steve Silverberg. And that's one more out, scrubbed away from the season. Just the 2 left now, with a 5-3 for the first out. Top of the order, Cameron Spencer. Hit by pitch. Fly out. And a single. Peter O throws down. Gets the count going in his favor, not in one.
Here you go, CJ.
Pitch comes into the inside for a ball, 1-1. 1 away.
Let's go, Cameron.
And swing and a miss into the backstop with the ball for that one. Nevertheless, 1-2 on the count. Pitch goes to the outside there. 2-2 on the count.
Let's go, Cammy.
Cameron Spencer reached base in his last appearance. He'll be looking to do that again. Keep the Diamond Devils alive. Not just for this inning, not just for this game, but for the year. Pitch comes down, and he's flying that out into left field. Kitsearl underneath it. Kitsearl reaching for it. Didn't make it. Bounced out of the glove. But nevertheless, Cameron Spencer has done the run-up to try and get an extra base on there. Slides in successfully. Given that I was watching the ball, I'll lean over to Ruben. Did he stop at first base, or did he keep the motor running? We'll give him a double. The official scoring will come up later when everybody's home and goes over that. But for the commentator's score sheet, we're going to hand a double there to Cameron Spencer. Puts himself into scoring position. And pinch runner comes in. Spencer is going to take himself out. And pinch running for Cameron Spencer is somebody very far away that I can't see. Production truck.
Here we go, Devin.
It's not close either. Nevertheless, in scoring position. And ball comes down there for Devon Greenshield. Fly out single previously. Glenn Willem, who's 10th in the batting order, went up as the pinch runner for Cameron Spencer there. At this point, there is just a little bit of leeway in the Baseball Scotland rules for your pinch runners if they've already been in the running order. Potentially, there may be a little bit of an injury there as well that's causing that through, but we will check. In any case, Glenn Willem runs over for the steal from second from third to base, and it's not really a steal as Devon Greenshield hits that deep into centre left field. It's not out of the park, it doesn't go over the fence, but more importantly, it's far enough away that Cameron Spencer manages to get himself home. One of the 13 runs needed in this inning has made it home. There is one away. Devon Greenshield's now on first base. Greenshield's there, steals second. And popped up high left field. Kit Searle camps underneath that. Plenty of time to take that ball out of the air. And that is the second out there. Buddy Cesniak flying out to Kit Searle there for an F7. For those of you who are keeping track, that means Devon Greenshields represents the tying run. The problem is you've got to go round the order for Greenshields to be the tying run. That's the challenge facing the Diamond Devils now. With two outs, Peter Rowe can pitch and strike out and win the game. Have an all-in-R, fielder's choice, double, and pop out so far, needing to get on base. 1-1. Diamond Devils facing their final out of the season. Our two Glasgow teams, as well as Tayport, will be looking here to see if their postseason is guaranteed or if it's going to carry on for another week. It's hit, it's going out left field again. It's got height and high. It's long, but it's going into Kit Searle's glove. That's it. That's the third out. Edinburgh Cannons take that game there. The final count there is 2 runs to the Diamond Devils. Off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits and 2 errors. The line for the Cannons, well, slightly larger on that one. It is 14 runs coming off. I have to do the maths very, very quickly. 4, 8, 12. No, I'll do it from the end. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 10. 14 runs on 14 hits. 2 errors have been charged to the Cannons as well. And the final score there, 14-2 to the Edinburgh Cannons. They've already won the league, but what they've done now is they've pushed out the local competition. The Diamond Devils are going to finish in 5th place in the Baseball Scotland's AAA League. Our two Glasgow teams, the Glasgow Comets and the Glasgow Galaxy, are now guaranteed postseason action alongside the Tayport Breakers. They're still going to be fighting over the 2nd, 3rd and 4th seed spots. 1st and 2nd are guaranteed home field advantage in the postseason semi-finals. And of course, whoever is the higher seed that makes it through the final will also be taking home field advantage as well. We've got at least one of those games guaranteed here in Edinburgh. There's another 3 weeks left of the regular season at the AAAs for Glasgow and the two Glasgows and Tayport to fight it out for home field advantage in the postseason. Single A is hunting up as well. There's a potential championship decider next week through in Glasgow. As I don't know which Glasgow team is it. In any case, it's a Glasgow Edinburgh once we wait for the two teams to work through with the potential championship on the line there. Championship, at least the league victory there for the single A teams here in Scotland. I'm Ewan Spence. We will leave you at that. And thank you all very much for watching another one of the games as the action at the postseason grows ever, ever closer. 3 regular weeks to go. We will bring you all of that on our YouTube channel. You'll be able to follow more at our website as well, www.baseballscotland.co.uk. All the up-to-date details on Facebook as well, facebook.com/baseballscotland. Thanks to Ruben Hustler in the production truck for all the facilities, the corrections, and laughing and pointing at me. I know how many times that ball hit your car, so we're probably about equal. Thanks to everybody at Baseball Scotland for supporting us as we broadcast these games, and to our two teams as well, who have kept this game exciting under the sun with no wind. The thunderstorms are due in Edinburgh tomorrow. It will downpour and there will be sad faces all around. But the Edinburgh Cannons continue the march towards the postseason. Just the one loss so far for them in 2024. And if they can keep that up, they will steal the trophy from the Tayport Breakers, who've now won it 3 years on the trot, or 2 years on the trot. They keep winning it because Jason's lost it, and if somebody else wins it, he has to find it. Will Jason find the trophy? Will it stay at Tayport? Will Edinburgh reclaim it? Will it go over to Glasgow? Who knows? We've got 5 weeks of baseball to find that out, and if we trust the Edinburgh weather, it'll only take us 5 weeks. It might take us 9 if the rains come. But for now, I'm Ewan Spence. Thanks very much for watching. Hasty back.